place in one of the weirdest opening games ever in an international tournament. And then, how about we do get that win here on a beach finish that we rarely see at any tournament whatsoever. And oh my goodness, I mean, for you in particular, Nitra, you're a big fan of snipers. Sleepy, the bow action, oh my god, Nepal is here to play.
Oh, it's so nice to see it. So nice to see it at a global tournament. Finally, it's been years, it feels like. He's still one of the only players that uses a multi. We need to have that more often. And a whole lot of Max, you know, over on that beach side, one of the only plays they could have made, and it worked really, really well.
But Max, remind me which bolt he was using?
The orb!
The arm. All right, Blaze, thank you for joining us. Glad to have you here. I want you to give me the best sound possible. Keep in mind, sniper is gonna sound amazing.
The best sound.
Every shot is like pure ASMR.
Yeah.
Boom. Baby!
All right, Max, you next.
Okay, on me.
On him, put it on him.
On me.
Get the camera on this, man. Boom! Nep, you're next.
ASMR.
All right, get ready. Some on sound. AWM, come on. What? Did you sneeze? That was a sneeze. What? Okay, for everybody that has been making videos of PMWC at EWC 26, there you go. There's a challenge. Go back to that last game, have Sleepy, and replace those sounds and see which one was the best. Make sure you guys share it on social media using the hashtag EWC and hashtag EWC26. But talking about teams that were able to perform so good, we have to talk about Vitality, Lace.
Man, the whole entire game from them was absolutely incredible. They basically had bridge. They were able to hold that position so early. They were the Zone 3 gatekeepers of that entire match. They had direct lines of sight on everybody that was rotating in such a difficult choke point where they had to rotate. They actually left Reezy behind to scout E-Arena's movements. They basically waited. They flanked on in there right behind them while they were in contention. And I mean, they reserved so much utility to be able to take on E-Arena and get them out of their way. And then obviously they set their sights on Alpha 7. Alpha 7 had nowhere else to go but to exit building, so they'll be able to do that. And especially this play. I mean, such a large distance to be able to go. They luckily had the vehicles, and I mean, fell a little bit short here, just having, you know, Axel could have sit back a little bit too far. But what an incredible game from them. Not the first place that they'll probably hope.
No, but look at that Vitality. I feel like the moment that allowed them to get into a second place in the first place is actually when they decided to push up onto E-Arena, leapfrog Alpha 7 in one fell swoop, and the fight was so quick, Alpha 7 just didn't have the time to retaliate, and because of that Vitality, what an absolute banging performance. 23 points in on the second game of today. Ooh, that horse is looking pretty good.
They are looking really good. I mean, Vitality, 23 points. Now, this is what I was talking about Group B. We were expecting teams to be a lot more aggressive. We're expecting teams to start sponging up those points towards the top. And so far, after 2 matches, that's exactly what's currently happening with Alpha 7. We see them now being able to have back-to-back good performances. This is what we want to see out of PMGC champion.
It is, absolutely. It's really nice to see them make a little bit of a comeback bit by bit here. I'm going to be expecting them to continue that, much like Orangutan in Group A, right? In day 1, they're just going to be continuing to grow and grow and grow that momentum, hopefully for day 2. So we will see how that goes. But for now, you know, 9 points on game 2 is a really decent start for them. So yeah, I am happy with them so far.
Yeah, and I mean, they have such a powerful roster as well, and Revo was definitely kicking it for them. This time squad can focus on eliminations. We saw that coming out of match 1. They actually, like, held out Wolves in several scenarios. Then, in this second match, they focused on placement and prioritized that. They were actually on that northern side, uncontested for a long time, obviously sitting and building and waiting for the likes of Vitality to come along. But it shows the strength in different sides that this squad can play, and especially when you come into Smash Rule, you know, you want to be able to prioritize eliminations, but get these placements as well.
Oh, look at that. Oh, perfect timing, like we were talking about them too. A7, the greatest PUBG Mobile team in history. I think the Alpha 7 fans will end up agreeing with that one, because so far, I mean, they have have been one of the most consistent teams when we talk about PUBG Mobile esports history. Nongshim Red Force, though, they've not been having one of the best starts so far.
I'm very surprised by Nongshim. I thought
Surprised in what kind of way? Tell us more, please.
Okay, I will. All right. Where are they?
Okay,
They are silent. They're not doing anything. I thought,
He's on Telia silence. Wait. Sorry, that was terrible. I'm sorry.
But PMMI, massive champions, by Smash rule, all of that sort of thing, coming into here looking very, very, very good. And then we have, what, 2 0-pointers or a 2-point and a 0-pointer? I'm confused and surprised, and hopefully that will change as we go on into the next couple of games. But yeah, a bit odd, I think.
I'm sad. I don't have any analysis. There's nothing really to break down except the early rotations. They can't quite get in there. I didn't see the start of this game because we were running from the rooftop over to here, so I'll have to go back and check it out and break down what really happened to Nongshim Red Force. It was good, but unfortunately it's a very exclusive club, on the rooftop. Only us and E-Arena can go on rooftops. That's all we can do.
Tomorrow, Lays, you'll join us at the beginning of the show.
I don't want the
I'll make sure it happens, all right? I'll make sure you get that wind flowing and just while you're talking. But no surprise, seeing E-Arena currently in first place with 46 points with the amazing performance that this squad had in the first rondo. Not surprised. Team Vitality there with that second. Remember, if you for some reason missed the first 2 days of PMWC at EWC 26, the top 5 teams at the end of tomorrow will be going directly to the finals. The bottom 3 will end up going home, and everybody in between will go to survival. And TT Project, Hustler Crew as well. One team that wasn't able to perform that well here in this, Aaron Gill, was Godlike. Godlike started off hot, and we were kind of joking about it. The first game that they get a chance to experience at a global event is none other than a stadium finish. But here, we're gonna have to see a bit of a bounce back.
I mean, to be fair, I'm going to be so fair to them. You said, yes, their first rondo in a global is going to be a stadium finish. The first Erangel on a global finish is north of Zarki on a beach, or not Zarki, but the South George. Thank you, yeah. South George. On a beach? Excuse me? No, thank you. So you know what? I'm going to cut them a little bit of slack and go, when we have a normal zone, then I'll start talking about them.
Now we're going to get a weird circle again. You did that.
I'm not cutting slack.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not going to be cutting any slack. I want this team to start performing now, because we saw what ended up happening yesterday. And with Godlike, the thing with Godlike is we know that they can definitely put up the numbers. We know they have the fragging power, and with the audience that they have behind them, and with what we saw OG coming out of them, I know they might be able to bounce back, and we'll see how they're going to be able to bounce back towards today. But while we're at it, before we start match 3, let's send it over to Kalaris and John Allen.
That's right. Well, you know what? Here on the stage, we could talk about Game 2. We could.
Game 2, sure. Lovely. But what about Game 1? Whoa! That was some interesting stuff coming through from E-Arena. Yeah. They swept the floor with everybody.
Yeah, it was impressive. Really impressive. So much minutia in it as well, right? They were even, not only did they not get challenged in Stadium to start things off, but sent to North to actually show up their bets against the circle if they had come down, and then moved back. So it was anything but passive. And the crazy thing about all the eliminations, none of them were recall elims. So it makes it even more insane that rondo could ever happen like that.
Yeah, 29 elim game is unheard of at this level. It is incredible stuff to be able to witness. And like you said, none of them are recalls. So it wasn't like they were getting stuck in Neops or in one of those other hot drop locations. They were absolutely keen to get straight into the action. As soon as those recall towers closed off, they were like, no, we're just going to play bread and butter.
And you can see the double drop here as well to kind of look at how they're able to seal the deal. Not only that, are able to defend the zipline locations to make sure nobody else was coming up on the roofs. So it was picture perfect. And you know the crazy thing? Before I had that interview with Joker, he said it was lucky. And I'm like, but I don't think it was lucky at all. That's ridiculous. Anyway, thank you very much for this, John. It is time now to head on over to the commentator team. And once again, game number 3, well underway.
The perfect hit from John to get us back over to the commentary booth as we set the stage for another game here live from Paris. A lot of energy in the building, a lot of excitement. And we got the Alpha 7 fans in the house! All right, what about a team that might need a bit more energy? Let's hear it for Godlike! Hey! There we go. That's what I wanted to hear, Paris. Give us some of that. Let's get loud as we get into our 3rd game of the day. They need that energy. They need it now.
But honestly, not doing too badly so far. E-Arena took to the stage on that first game of Vitality. Aura not far behind. Alpha 7 been ticking along too, 16 points. S2G, big surprises right now. 15 points so far, looking fairly good. 13 eliminations, because what this shows me is that the gun skill is there for this squad. They've only been getting 2 points off the back of placements right now, but S2G bringing some of that action to the arena at the moment. Lovely to see. Another awkward playing path down from Sosnovka. Very east leaning here. See where these players want to drop in. Vitality out early down towards Sosnovka. A little bit of a journey for themselves to get up towards that north side. It should be fine. Wait for the circle to come on through. Right now, Axel leading in top players, and for a good reason. This guy has been popping off between games.
But what we've already had today, Blank, it feels like there's been something different in the air for these circles, for these games. Are we getting another ridiculous affair again? Do you reckon this will be normality?
Well, Neptune already jinxed it, didn't she? So we'll see. Again, the circle might be kind to us coming through to game 3. These players sort of need a break at this point. It's been wild so far. Some teams been able to roll with the punches, others not so. We're heading down towards the south side. This is your fault, Neptune. You got to take ownership of this one. See who comes through with it. Vitality, though, to get themselves a nice start on this one. Down towards the south side. No eking their way up past the coast on the western side. They get to start in a good position. This could head back over towards the northwest side. But Godlike already taking 2 knocks here. S-Power has to hold it down.
Let's see if they can withstand the full frontal assault that's coming their way as S-Power opens it back up onto Loco. Oh, close quarters engagement with the shotgun. Good pre-fire on the angle. Vinny gets it done. It's not the start they wanted.
Hustler crew has been dropping on teams all day today. Do not care one bit. They lose Loco in the process, but feels like they've got their job done there. I think Godlike might need to start figuring out how they want to drop this one out, because they are going for this trash drop, right? They're going for split loot around apartments. I think personally, maybe they need to start dropping together, because where they're dropping isn't bad. It's bad because it's bad now because people keep dropping on top of them all the time. It's so tough to work with. So Godlike might need to make a change in that category. Also, I mean, Hustler crew has just been all over the place. It's hard to predict for Godlike.
Some of our teams brutal to position to be last in immediately, Blank. Less than 4 minutes into the game, down to a solo. Hustler crew getting away. Yeah, sure, you take some damage, but a trio could still look to weave their way through. Squeeze a few more points out of this one, the longer it develops.
The skin there as well, you can join Naruto Uzumaki himself with the new Ninetales Fury Orc skin. Looks fantastic. 2 versions of it too. Love to see it. Get angry. Feel that rage. You Hustler crew, I do feel bad for them. I really do. We'll see if they can pick things back up going in towards our 4th Erangel of the day and into our Miramars. We've seen that anything can happen. They can still work their way back up those rankings. Down towards that south side, that S2G do move on through. A quick replay. I mean, S-Power did hold it down. He's only got Micro Uzi to work with. It's hard. It's hard in those situations. A vest as well, level 1 helmet. The fact that he held on as long as he did was pretty insane, to be honest, as well.
Yeah, it could have been way worse.
Ooh, Axel again. Still putting on those numbers. Goodness me, he is fearsome. Again, coming into this for Vitality, there was a lot of talk around Razy and Razak, and I've seen these guys before. They look great, but the fact that Axel is just like, guys, we gotta get through here. We gotta get into the top 5. We're making it through to finals. We're gonna do Indonesia proud.
And they're certainly living up to the hype right now with some of the plays that are being made. We've seen these awkward encounters happening down towards Sosnovka. Casualties here and there. Wolves only getting away with a duo off the back of things, and S2G falling very early here.
S2G, they stepped a little bit too close to Vitality's home ground down towards this south side. They want to clear out more space. You got Razak as well as Federales holding over towards the bridge, whilst Razy as well as Axel currently holding down C block. They have a lot of area to work with. They are feeling unbelievably confident. Hustler crew still causing problems for people around the map.
Swing out, close quarters connections onto the Hustler crew. That's your single knock to play with, looking for more as they do take the fight back over to Vinny. Nade in the hand for the close quarters shutdown. It's good damage, but can't find a follow through with a shotgun. Not able to withstand it as they are down and out. Revenge there for their hot drop.
Yes, getting away with that one in school, and now they do certainly teach Hustler crew a lesson. But we'll need to get on the bus right now to get down towards the south side of the map. Curious to see where this next circle goes, because this could be another nasty one where we end up on the bridge. Wouldn't surprise me after the circles we've seen today. Alpha 7 still keeping it pretty chilled out over towards Milta, moved away from North George towards this location of the map, considering the plane path itself. Arena though, they took way longer. I mean, they wrapped back up towards South George. They're looting this area, get as much as possible. I think they understand it's going to be a late rotate in, either on the bridge or send Primorsk and grab some boats.
Our Alpha 7 cameo as well. All together, getting their move on with the hovercraft crossing from the mainland back over. Tianbo had that similar rotation, of course, as they do glide their way around. A few more star points on that one, Blank.
Oh, definitely. Line for the air does feel good. I mean, for Alpha 7 though, it's going to be feeling weird for them. Like a lot of times when they make this approach, they're always expecting teams to be holding in Novo. Yangon Galacticos, on the other hand, though, they've headed over towards Observatory. They've got a split there. They're trying to hold out all teams. Cloud down towards the south side, though, is peeking over towards Alpha 7, but the hovercraft means they can immediately get out of the water and get on the move. You can just see him there, off on the west-hand side.
This was the S2G fight when they were taken out by TT Project, the duo that tried to get away after their encounter.
यो आइडियालाई मस भने यार तर अब वाइजीले पनि छोड्छ होला तर ठाउँ हुँदैन का प्याक हुन्छ होला यार अब यो टाइम बार तलतिर आउँछ होला मिल्ची बेसको A7 र वाइजी पर्यो भने हामी सर्लप खुल्लुप छिर्नु हुन्थ्यो तर वाइजी भित्र छिर्छ होला वाइजी सिसी